Hi everyone, it's Jen from Mind's Eye, and we're gonna do the holistic review, and it's for December 1st to the 7th. It is the new year per se. It is, oh, excuse me. Oh my God, what did they do? Not, I don't know what they did with the holistic crew, but it's nasty. And excuse me for acting like that on camera. Excuse me. It is holistic with an H. So with that being said, let's go to the animal spirit oracle. Now, I'm not really seeing anything new. It is the new year, which means new spending. At least out here in Connecticut, our hospitals have hired armed security because of a lot of issues of aggression. I'm seeing a lot of things that are coming through that are not known. I'm seeing a lot of things that are coming through that are to be a bone, but you just can't get it through. You just can't get it through whatsoever. Now, in the block up, you have to say there is mastery at this coming in flight of a known. So as I am actually, scrying out complete, that I just can't get it done whatsoever. They're just like, you can't get this done. You can't get this done. Yes, I can. So that is actually what has been happening. When you actually sit here and we were talking about the posies and we're talking about the budget and we're talking about COVID and flu season to GI bug to known sources of everything coming in. I'm seeing so many chat blips. I'm seeing so many things. Dry tears. I don't know why dry tears are coming through. I'm seeing a very harshness come through. At least out here in the Northeast, we're going to have our first cold spell over the weekend, a little bit of snow showers about to come through. We did have our first frost a little bit. We did have a lot of things come through and new, but it's really not new. This kick up of a tick up is something of a performance review. It is also a frustration of the public that they can't get anything done, meaning insurance review, upon review, case manager review. And for some who don't know, they do have case managers, especially when people are what they say revolving door, which is really not the most appropriate right now as far as healthcare and describing patients, is that they're a revolving door. It really means that they need to watch their words. They need to be conscientious. They need to be prudent on how they approach. So, as much as some people might have thought the last week's review was a little derogatory, especially towards LGBTQ plus community, that people were unsure of how to approach someone who is transgender, it actually means just walking into their room and addressing them and making sure everything is humane for them. That's all it really is. Most of you took an oath. So when we actually go through it, and I have to say, some people are getting nasty and belligerent, I can understand that because it doesn't matter. Right now, they're in a block. So how can nursing, PT, OT, and speech to the social workers, to everything, when someone comes in so highly agitated, but you sit there and you say, no, you cannot. No, 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 that's the policy. Nope, we cannot. Nope. It really is all on approach. It really is your energy. It really is everything that must be formed out because I can't even get it done. So when we actually go through this and we actually get it done, you have to say no is a nay. So when I actually go through it and I see another card and I see dragon, and I was describing and talking about how Game of Thrones was going to be like the winter and snow was coming. What can we all see as Game of Thrones as far as the winter and as it all plays out for healthcare, for CDC, DPH, DEA, all of it, even boiling down to holistic community, the co-ops, that you can't even have it done at all. So when I'm seeing it, it's like it doesn't matter how much it's written out, it's how it's presented because there is the free beds fund. That came in fast. That will literally know that based on income and exhaust everything with money follows the person to the exact amount to what the insurance will allow for home care, for PTOT speech, for outpatient, to everything, because it will literally do it. DUE. It will do it in. So when you actually show that you've done everything and anything and something to nothing, that's when it actually will show. But also too, there's this term called able-bodied. So when you actually go in and do your assessment, you literally have to just do observancy. So when you see sea serpent, and I see this eye like a sand dollar with the snake, it is a form review of the DPH coming through and saying audit, just normal audit. So the energy of this is zebra with the triangle, the rainbow triangle. That literally means that this is a prism-like energy of a look through. And all I see is Pink Floyd. So let's actually look at the tarot. Now, when we use these terms as far as circadian rhythm, because I can hear that go through, circadian rhythm is the off balance of someone's normal body temperature at the same time, usually every day. And it is a pattern of anatomy and physiology. And if you know the patient well enough, it's going to happen around a certain time of the day. That is the monetary balance. That is where I see a lot of juxtapose two jurisdictions come through. So when I actually see justice in reverse and it's two foxes with the sword, it is ill justice, but it ends in happiness, especially with talking on the 7th, the day that will live in infamy, which happens to be the Army Navy game. There's something about healthcare with the Army Navy game next week, with law enforcement, to insurance going into the next week, which gives it this King of Pentacles, which this card calls it the Father of Pentacles, of solidarity, of security, of knowing what is best and what is not. So when I see the Three of Wands, this foresight, when I'm tapping my frontal lobe, this was seen so far ago. And I see the year 1978 and 1979 of a partnership, of a marriage. When I see families being married, I'm seeing companies being married, of a good formidable review, but not how I am, that it actually chaliced out. So the Four of Swords says, in reverse, unrest. It's not going to be in a time of rest that you're going to find this. The Daughter of Cups is a young offering coming through that's not the best, but it is something because the Father of Wands, which is the King of Wands, shows the type of dishonor that came through that has the ending, which is the death card, but it is the beginning of something new. So when I see this, the High Priestess in reverse, there is hidden motives, and that's when the per se comes in. It really is the Son of Pentacles of the offering on the backslide to the back end to the backslide. I don't know why I'm saying that. That has the Five of Cups in reverse, which is an alleviation from disappointment and loss that has come through over the last 6 to 9 years. The Wheel of Fortune comes in reverse of a reversal of luck to the Seven of Swords in reverse of a type of contentment to be it known. So when I actually see the Ace of Pentacles come in, I see the dates the 5th through the 7th, a 5 to a 9, a 3 to an LI, which actually means something for insurance that you just can't even get it done fast enough. It is something that is good. That whole energy is the 10 of Cups when that comes through. All right. Now, with that being said, let's look at the Literary Witches Oracle, and that will be it for next week for the holistic. All right. White dress. When I see this and I actually see a milky appearance of aura, I'm saying there's clouded judgment. I see this is devoted. I don't see this as a good thing. When I see the tree, I do see the knowing. I do see the N-O and the Knowing to a cooking up and a stirring up with this cauldron to solitude. Like I see isolation rooms because of universal precautions, but I don't see anything of a reason or rationale. But there's something of a hunting. That's the energy as I'm looking through just generalized hospital floors that I actually see like me, I mean, as I practiced as a nurse, I would be hunting on why. So those who are in infection control and public health, there's really something about the appearance and the presentation of everyone. Is it pallor? Is it gray? Is it white? How are their eyes? Even when they're saying, I'm not ill, I'm not sick, but you don't look right. There's something not wrong. There's something of a type of venom when I see these bees. It is a knowing and it is a sting when you actually discover it, and it's a wanting to cut it out with this knife. And that is the true lament where it really is sad. And I hear funding. It's funding. It comes in so slow. It comes in slow, slow with us now. There's something about the future of a foretold it would happen. But when I hear the rabbit, it's a slink, slank, slunk, dunk to something that's kind of darkish. So, like I said, that deck tends to be a little bit harsher, a little bit more direct. It's straight to the point. And with the last card, it's pond. It is this knowing that it's all done. So let me ask the energy what it means by pond. It's something that's highly obscured. I do see the V formation. I do see a cut, like if you're cutting into wood, like a V, and a known plank of that cut. And that's all that's supposed to be known. It is something that will be figured out. Now, with that being said, it is this card, it is praying mantis. That is straight out manipulation, wit, and fun. So, with that being said, there is positivity coming in next week, even though we're in that type of season of what to do. But all you need to do is just continue to use all your skills every day. And that's all you need to know. So we'll talk to you next week and have a good week and have a good holiday. Talk to you soon.